Hey guys, what's up? It's munclesonkey here, and for any of you that watched my loot from 100 next kills that I've actually done twice and did pretty recently, it's time to do loot from 100 KKs. I don't know why I haven't done this before, as KK is my favorite boss and Nex is not even close to my favorite boss. So why have I done Nex twice and I haven't done KK yet? I'm not sure. But anyway, I decided to... Initially, my response was I wanted to duo it all. However, when Araxor came out, it was nearly impossible to find people to duo with, so I had to trio at that point. I was going to do a loot from 100 duo KK. However, if I were to do it, I would have made a little bit much more money from the drops and all, but it would have taken a little bit longer. I find trio and duo to be about the same speed-wise, especially because you can speed kill trio kills, and you kinda can duo, but it doesn't work as well. So it's really best if you only speed kill trio kills unless you're really experienced at duoing, which I am not, because even though I have done a ton of Kalphite King on my time in RS, the vast majority of the Kalphite King has been trio, so I'm not the best at doing speed kills duo. But anyway, I did also get a Slayer task for the last 45 kills of the Kalphite King. So the first 55 kills I was not on Slayer task, the last 45 I was, so that really helped speed up some of the kills, and I also got a decent amount of Slayer XP. However, unfortunately, Slayer XP from the Kalphite King has been nerfed. He only gives about 4k Slayer XP per kill now, which really is pretty unfair in my mind, because that's barely any Slayer XP for how long he takes to kill. 4k Slayer XP does seem like kind of a ripoff, and I really do hope that one day it gets buffed back up again to a decent amount. And here, I wanted to say this was a solo Kalphite King. It was not. What happened is my duo partner, I think he lagged out and he died, as you can see his bones on the ground there. And I somehow managed to solo the Kalphite King down. He had about 40,000 HP left. I don't know how I did it personally. And I got signed where he hits you, and I got the sign of life, but I still managed to get the kill. And here we're doing some speed kills trio, and I got my personal record down to, I think, a pretty decent time, but I do want to give my disclaimer, as these are not some of the fastest trio kills ever, and it's very possible to get faster trio kills than I did. However, for two people that were using Dragors the entire time and one person that was only using Ascensions and wasn't even overloaded, I thought we got some pretty good times, but just keep in mind it is entirely possible to get faster trio kills than we did, so don't see this as me trying to say I'm doing some amazing Kalphite King times or anything. Another thing that was really nice about KK is he dropped a good amount of effigies. Because bosses' combat levels were updated, so they're really high level now, you can actually get a decent amount of effigies from PV. I mean, I got 4 effigies, and killing the 100 Kalphite Kings took 8 hours. So for me personally, it was 1 effigy every 2 hours, which still isn't really overpowered in my mind, since it's only like 40k XP on any skill of your choice for the Dragon King lamp, and that's only at level 99. So it's not incredible, but it does make PVM a lot more rewarding, so I really hope that Jagex keeps it this way, where you can continue to get effigies from a pretty decent drop rate from bosses, and this just will encourage people to PVM more, especially now that a lot of the drops are lower value, so it really does add a lot of value to PVM in my mind. So the first drop that I got was an offhand rapier, and we got that duo, and it sold for 42 mil, so it was a 21 mil split between the two of us, which was pretty awesome, and we got 23 mil total that trip with all of the drops added in, so that was really nice. That was one of my first duo drops. I've only had a few duo drops before that, because again, I haven't done a ton of duo KK, so I think I've had like 4 or so total duo drops. And there's the last effigy clip that I had. I did have 4 effigies total, as I said earlier, but I only recorded 3 of them. I missed the recording on one of them because it was too laggy. And our second drop was a Dragor Mace, and unfortunately this was in the trio kills. Unfortunately I couldn't duo that one, and also this was after the Dragors kind of crashed, so it didn't sell for a whole lot. Okay guys, here I am with the total loot. Everything in my inventory I got from KK, and I additionally got 4 FGs, but I used them all. And I did keep track of the charms. However, I used all of my charms getting 120 summoning just a couple days ago, so I don't have enough charms to actually put my inventory. But I can tell you guys I got 710 Crimson charms and 493 blues, which isn't amazing charms in 8 hours time, but I think it's pretty decent. So one thing I gotta say is I only got 2 Dragors and 100 kills. If you were to go by Kalphite King's drop rate, which is 1 in 35, you could more expect 3 Dragors per 100 kills, and Kalphite King is still much better money than I had assumed for it to be. I assumed with the prices of Dragors now it's probably not very good, but this really only took 8 hours, so it didn't take nearly as long. Again, this is faster to do Kalphite King kills than Next kills, in my opinion, because Kalphite King is just a faster boss to kill, and also it's a much quicker banking time, and also a much quicker re-gearing time, because I just find it much easier to gear for Kalphite King. You have to bring less items, you don't have to mess around with brews and restores and all that sort of stuff. So if we just add all the regular drops, not counting the Drygore splits, it comes up to 12 mil, which is pretty decent. Again, I got almost all of the drops, actually to me, so I got to the benefit of keeping a few extra items if there is too many. For example, with like rune bars and black dehides, you get a couple extra of them, which is always nice. And then the Drygore splits, we got the offhand Drygore Rapier, which split for 21 mil, that was the duo, and then the Drygore Mace, which split for around 15.5 mil, and that was the trio. So it added up to 36 million. So altogether it's 49 million, and in 8 hours that comes to a little over 6 mil an hour, which is still very good. And again, if you went by KK's drop rate, you could expect 3 Drygores in that time frame instead of 2. So that'd probably add another 10 mil, 15 mil onto this final price check, and would make Kalphite King up to about 8 mil an hour currently, even with the low prices of Drygores, if you can kill it as fast as we were doing, because when we were trioing, we're getting like mostly around 3-minute kills, which I think is pretty decent. Not the fastest kills out there, of course, and I'm not trying to say that I'm one of the best KKers out there or anything, but if you are able to do speed kills trio, or at least somewhat fast kills as I like to call them, then KK is still pretty good money, and it's definitely worth doing. And hopefully Drygores will go back up soon and the main hands will be more in the 60 mil range. I know they crashed really hard because of all the panic selling when Araxor came out, but they'll probably go back up just because the Araxor weapons are quite difficult to obtain, and dual wield melee is still better than 2H melee. But that's about all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to suggest any future bosses you might like me to kill for a loot video, and I might consider doing that. And farewell.